You hit the button,
Hit the button.
so we're live.
Yes. Yes, the stream is live. We are now going again. But this time it's Moonlighters.
Yeah, let me pull up your stream on the other one. I'll
Yep.
pull up side stream here in a minute, though.
Yeah. We're going to be doing Moonlighters because, well, I like this game a lot. It's really fun. But also, a bunch of us recently picked it up. So I'm going to be running through how some things work, how the game plays, and whatnot. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Let me swap the scene. There it is. All right. That's all set up. I can move that. I can move that. Pop over to this. This up. There we go. And right away, we're ready to go. Now, I haven't played all of this game. I've played some. Furthest is 7 runs, and that's beating the first 2 dungeons. Or 7 hours. But we're going to be playing on hard because that's recommended. And honestly, if you...
It's hard, recommend.
Yeah. It's actually not hard.
Okay.
There is story, and I don't know what it is, so we're going to learn that together. Oh, these just appeared here. Okay. Of the slightly curious. There are 5 doors to the dungeon. We must open the 5 doors. The 2 Ds. I took my thumb caps off of my controller. That feels weird. Oh, but so I should explain. I do recommend playing this game with a controller. For the ease of just button naming, I am playing with an Xbox One controller, because the buttons that are displayed on screen are in reference to this controller. If you're playing with anything else, then you're used to having to sort through controller names because nothing ever has the proper thing. For some reason, this game doesn't swap over to PlayStation loadout when you plug in the PlayStation controller. But we'll be playing with this for this playthrough. Yeah, up here.
Nobody likes PlayStation.
I love the PlayStation controller and I prefer it, but I'll play this with this controller just for ease of naming conventions. I was teaching you can dodge through things, including enemies. You can dodge bullets. Items get sucked to you, so that's fun. And A is attack.
Nice.
X is strong attack. And you can heal with right trigger.
Oh, there's a heal function?
Yeah, you pick up potions. If you look in the top right, there is a little potion icon up there. We have 1 potion left. Oh, so you pick up items that can be sold or used for crafting. You can either hit A to pick 1 up individually. You can hold A to pick up a stack. If you have something in your hand and you pick something else up, it swaps location with it. But you can also just be over here and hit right, left. What button was it? I just did it. There it is. You go over here and hit left bumper and it moves everything. Right bumper, quick moves things individually. So that's really fast and handy. One thing that's also interesting is the price of items stays the same across playthroughs.
Oh, okay. So it's not random.
No.
At what prices or things?
And we're supposed to die here. Because this is way too many special enemies. These rock ones have to hit into something to get stunned to take damage, and the ones with shields, you obviously have to stand behind them.
Just teaching you about death and stuff.
Yeah. And how death works.
I wonder if there's a way to defeat all those enemies.
Maybe a new
I
game
would
plus?
doubt. I don't know.
There's a new game plus mode that I haven't gotten to yet 'cause I haven't beaten it, but I'm wondering if that gives you all your weapons and everything so you can just push through it. So this old man is going to teach us how the game mechanics work somewhat.
Yeah, so Master Roshi's going to teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah. Oh, that art. That's beautiful art.
Yeah.
I've always assumed that's our hair.
The white part?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Is there no, like, character customization to this?
Shows wait the opening cuts.
True. True. Yeah, about that. There's a pendant. Sword and shield.
That's another game, Kyle.
I think he does actually say it's dangerous to go alone. Take this somewhere in there.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's hair. Because there's a little whip at the top. Bobs
Yeah.
when you're looking for it. Yeah, that's hair.
This is
I
our
wonder
house,
it's white.
and this is our shop. So we need to know the item's value and its demand. Come down here to open shop. Now they've already priced those two objects,
Yeah.
so that's the right price. So that is the best. You want to see that on every single item, more or less. But you'll see something here. Going to teach us also about demand. Bad price. Yep. So if there's high demand for an item, charge more. If there's low demand for an item, charge less. Keeps track of all of your items here. You can see. And that's always accessible too. So it's actually really nice. Like even when you're in a dungeon and you're just looking at things, you can just hit right trigger and it'll go over. And if you know the price of that item, it'll tell you right away. You can focus on like, okay, I need to shuffle my inventory around, make sure I get the best profit out of this trip. We have a sword and shield now. Go to the dungeon. Now, I am playing with some of the DLC. For the first couple dungeon runs, I'm going to play ignoring the stuff the DLC puts in. For the most part, there's like a little side area you can go. But after that, I'll probably start abusing that just so we can get money and get leveled up. Most likely, I am going to end up having some side streams that are just me grinding that aren't going to necessarily be as interesting, but just me collecting loot and selling stuff and earning coin. Anytime I buy anything substantial other than like just upgrading an item, I will make sure that that is part of a main episode. Other than that, it's gonna be pretty relaxed. This game plays a lot similarly to Binding of Isaac, but with melee only for the most part, other than the bow. If you look at the top there, you have to get through 3 floors and then the final boss of the dungeon. At that point, the next dungeon will open up. We have up or right at this point, and yeah, we'll get to some other things once we get there. But right now, most rooms are just kill rooms. Everything drops things. Certain enemies will drop certain loot. You have a 3-hit combo with most weapons, so that's always nice. And most enemies have like a blind spot where you can just stand and wail on them and they can't do anything about it. Slimes always drop slime bits. Well, when they drop something. Or they will drop like upgrade crystal things. Each floor has a room like this, I believe. I don't know if it's every floor, but a lot of them.
Now, how do you get weapons and everything? Is that through? Is everything through drops, or is there like a store like in Gungeon?
There's a store. So basically, when you watch the opening, it tells you about how the dungeon showed up and everything was booming in this area, but it's kind of dropped off since then. You're also not only just building up your store, you're also building up the town. So you're gonna hire people to come in, like a weaponsmith and a potion maker.
Yeah.
Are the first 2.
Also, on Ollie's end, when you speak loud, I get the echo.
Yeah, I heard it.
My suggestion: have Ollie on push to talk. Because Ollie doesn't talk that much, and it'd be better than getting the echo all the time.
They can also mute themselves too.
There's that too.
Yeah, which is what they just did, so that works. Yeah, you buy weapons from the guy, crafting them through items you pick up in the dungeon. Which we should get to after this dungeon run. But these little skeletons will give you interesting like little things like, hey, here's what's going on in this dungeon.
I will be right back.
All right. So we're going to keep talking to this little skeleton real quick. Basically telling us how the 5th door is opened. The diagram is over here. There's the room, or the dungeons. So, 4 and 1. Similarly to map. So, here's something that's nice. We can hold B at any point in the dungeon. We'll lose some money. We just leave with everything we had and get out. We escape.
I'm back.
Cool. You just missed our escape. Basically, you can leave the dungeon at any time by just holding B.
Okay, so you don't have to finish like an area.
Nope. Even in the middle of a fight, you can just bug out.
That's kind of nice.
Okay, so here's the answer to your questions.
Which question?
The town board. how you upgrade items, how you upgrade things. This is the town
Yes.
board. We will go over there. So here, we get to upgrade the town or our shop. In town, we're gonna need more money, so we gotta actually open shop. But first, we can get the forge and the wooden hat.
Okay. So you're building. You're not just building up your shop. You're building up the whole town.
Exactly. So
Okay.
obviously, this guy crafts items, armor. This
Yeah.
lady makes you potions and upgrades your weapons and armor.
Okay.
This guy we'll get to, and we'll get to later. Oh, the shop. Make it bigger.
Okay. So you can just put more stuff in.
Yep. If you look at the left side of the diagram, has a
Yes.
little box with legs and then a chest. That's
Yes.
telling you how many of each you have in each floor plan.
Yeah. Now the chests are just for storing things.
Yes.
Okay. There's nothing like super special about the chest, but I'm assuming there's eventually things that you want to put back because they're not selling as much.
Either that
Or-
or you may need more of that item to craft the next sword or something.
Okay. So the items you're selling also help to other things besides just selling things.
Yes, they're also for crafting and stuff. Like, for instance, I was doing a playthrough before this, and there was a couple of times where I was like, oh, I need that? Crap, I just sold like 30 of them.
Okay.
You also can get a discount sale thing, which just gets rid of items, more or less. I haven't needed it yet in any of my plays, so sure we'll need that later. Cash registers, every upgrade gives you more money. So 10%, 20%, 40%. Awesome. The bed is very useful. It ups your health.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems really useful.
Yep.
I was gonna ask what the bed's for.
Yep. And then chest, medium chest, big chest. So you can also keep weapons and armor, like just keep them in storage more or less.
Yes.
And what we're going to, as long as there's not a
Now-
cutscene.
Let's say the weapons you make, you eventually build a better weapon to replace that. You can sell that then.
If you want to. Most of the time when you replace a weapon, it replaces the item. So like when you have a sword and you're going to upgrade it to the next type of sword, or you're going to craft the next sword,
Yeah,
it
but if you
takes that sword as well. But if you're swapping
Right.
weapon types, then yeah, you can sell it.
Okay, cool.
So I think these sell for 150. I can't remember off the top of my head. These I know sell for 5. So I'm just gonna throw a price on those. When you price something, it stores the price.
So you can just drop shit in.
Yeah, so you just hit the bumper and it throws it in. But what we're going to do is drop off the rest of this stuff and then go back into the dungeon because it's nighttime and we can't open the shop at night. So one of the main things you're trying to do is more or less never sleep,
Mm-hmm.
because you can keep the shop open all day selling goods and then at night just go stock back up.
But don't you eventually have to sleep? Is there not like a
I don't believe so.
Huh.
Oh, so that gooey hole there, that's DLC stuff. We'll deal with that later. I believe that's DLC stuff at least. I actually have not checked.
I'm assuming you can upgrade your backpack to carry more.
Yeah. This is a healing pool. This is the next room should be the boss for this floor, so we're gonna not go that way yet. It's something that's actually revealed in a scroll you find laying on the ground, but the dungeons all have a particular layout that they follow. In this one specifically, I don't know if it's all of them. The healing pool is always in the direction of the boss.
Okay.
Slogu.
I wonder if that's an aperture creation.
Maybe. All right. So this
Oh,
might
you
suck,
fell down.
but we're going to activate it anyway. This is like a bonus chest. If you
Oh,
kill
okay.
everything, you get the chest. If you die, stuff. Which
You don't get the chest.
nope. Shit. Oh, I did have a healing item. Dang it. So now we can talk about death. It tells you what killed you, how many things you killed, how many chests you looted. But on the left here, everything in your backpack gets dropped. Everything on your person, those 5 slots, keep.
Okay. But I'm assuming if you go back into the dungeon, you can find your
No.
backpack?
No.
Okay.
So those items are all gone. Now, it just spits you right back out of the dungeon. So if you just want to jump right back in, you can. Actually, it just
Yeah.
starts you back over. Huh. I guess where it spits you out. But it's not bad.
I'm hopping in with the other account so I can pull up your side stream on the other PC.
Alrighty. I hate this sword and shield. They're just too short. So we will be swapping weapons once we get access to that.
You would
All
say
right.
it's a short sword?
Yes, it's a very short sword. So here's where things get interesting and where you're going to have to be playing a lot of inventory Tetris.
I actually really like inventory Tetris.
Oh, here you go. This is the game for you because these items are cursed. They have to be
Oh.
placed on the edges.
What does that do, though? Like, what?
I can't place it here. It has to be on the edge.
Does that limit you in any way?
Yes. A lot of the time. So if I get any more of these fabrics, I
Yeah.
can't stack them on this. Fabric suddenly takes
Oh.
up 2 slots instead of 1, even though I don't have a full stack.
Oh, so the corner items, if you run out of edges...
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that does limit you.
It gets worse. There's other item types that we will find here shortly. This room is always interesting. So these enemies obviously don't fit the theme of the dungeon we've been in. Neither does the trees and stuff. This is actually from the next dungeon,
No.
bleeding into this one.
Oh. Interesting.
Isn't that cool? These. Bars. We'll be able to make some money here after this dive, and then we should be able to go get some items, some upgrades, some potions, and be ready for an actual run. Yep.
So this game is interesting.
This one goes on the bottom. Isn't it cool?
Well, one thing I may do is look. Gotta check if this says cloud save. I'm assuming it does.
This game?
Yes.
Crap. Cool. These are. Oh. Can't do that yet. Shoot, I really want that. So right now we can't drop anything.
Okay. Why?
We don't have the ability to. So like in our inventory here, there is no way to just pick up an item and drop it. Like I want to get rid of these. Can't get rid of it.
Okay, it does have Steam Cloud Save.
Now if I go back to this, and do that, but obviously that's a pain in the butt.
The reason I was looking into Cloud Save is I might download this on my laptop.
It runs good on there.
I got Gungeon working, so I would assume that this would work just as well.
And I want to leave, but it won't let me. Now I can leave. Okay, so here's another example. This broken sword can't go on top of this broken sword because this one needs top and bottom. That one needs left and right. But there's no space for any of it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's it definitely adds a layer of difficulty.
Let's do that. And I think we are going to. Oh.
Oh,
I don't have enough money.
to leave?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good.
It doesn't happen often, but right now I don't have 200. I don't have 200 gold. So we're gonna have to try to fight the boss.
Oh, fun.
We did it. We fought the boss and beat him.
Oh, I missed it. Damn. It's deep over.
Real fast. So that's the first floor done. For the first time.
First floor down.
Now we can delete items. And leave. All right. So we got this thing.
That's why I'm having you cut in and out every once in a while.
Why would you do?
Fucking Call of Duty's updating.
So this little mirror, you put items into it and it gives you money. So we're gonna get rid of these wings. Into the merchant mirror.
There we go.
17
Pause.
gold. Rid of this too. Yeah, you can drag things into it, or you can pick it up and just fast destroy.
That's cool.
Yep, it's wonderful. Ooh, gold chest. Enemies do get stronger the farther into the dungeon you go.
Yeah.
So they will hit harder and take more damage.
I definitely like the layout of this game and how it plays and everything, and I'm definitely gonna play some.
So here's the thing. Finally at the thing.
You stole my line, Kyle.
I did. So this item right here destroys artifact curse in the direction shown when placed. So anything to the bottom right that has a curse that this is placed,
Yes.
will get rid of the curse.
Oh, okay.
this item will duplicate itself in the direction it's pointing when you go back to town.
Oh.
This item will destroy whatever it's pointing at when you go back to town.
Wow, this is a lot more
And this one you don't know
inventory
what it is.
than I thought.
So this one's almost one of the worst curses because you don't know
Yeah,
what it
'cause you don't
is. Yeah. So we're actually
So
going
which way is
to.
the point?
It doesn't point. It just you don't
Oh.
know what the item is.
That's when you put it in the center, and you just
It d-
wait.
So that's the only curse it has is that you just don't know what item it
I mean,
is.
it doesn't do anything like.
Right. It doesn't do anything
Right.
nefarious. So, for instance, here, that page that we got duplicated
Yeah.
itself onto that whole stack of 5. So now I have 6 of them instead of 1.
Wow.
And I happen to know those are valuable. How valuable? I don't remember. So we're going to have to figure that out.
So, is there eventually an in-game way to know what prices are for things?
Yeah. As you learn them, they show up in this little thing right here. So these
How do you
crystallized
learn
energy, the reactions that people have when you, we're going to have a merchant day.
Oh, so it's just, hey, I'm throwing a price on this.
We're going to sleep. We're going to
people
break the
don't like
first
it.
rule. All right. Let's open shop and we'll go through these mechanics.
Okay.
So I have things priced. Here, let's do this. I have 2 bundles of 10. One of them for $100 each. The each doesn't matter. You could have a full stack of things, and they're going to buy it regardless. The full stack, not just individual ones that they want. Then we got that same stack for 5 each. When I open shop and people go up to those items, watch their reactions. This man is not going there. They wander around a lot. There we go. Watch his reaction. Bad. He didn't like it. Watch his reaction.
Okay, I see. So it's not so much a here's the book value of this. It's like your people will eventually give you what they expect the price to.
But then it's
They
written
are
down.
Yeah, then it's written down.
And apparently the demand for vines is low. So they're like 2 right now. And those pages were sold cheap, apparently. Whoops. But this also affects, like, you end up, like, I don't want all 7 or all 8 of those there. I want 1 because I don't remember how much these are. So I'm just going to do that.
Your side stream might be messed up for me. Let me pop in and out.
And then we're going to sell 1 of these. We're going to put the price up to 500 because I don't remember on these either. Now, oh, I never fixed that. There we go. Let's get rid of those. Now, when people come up to the counter, as you saw, there were bigger. 500 is too much.
Yeah.
There were bigger bigger store areas and whatnot.
Yeah.
If they stand there too long, they will buy the thing, but they'll only give you 40% of what it's worth.
I think side stream is messed up.
Okay, I'll fix it here in a second.
I don't know if it's the EU though. I think it might be a Twitch,
Discord.
whatever program that is.
I haven't priced these yet. Try for 100. I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
Right.
Twitch is fine.
Here, I'll fix that should fix it.
Yep.
Didn't like this price. Oh, other thing. If you look on the left here, it's got all the different items.
Yeah.
If you look right between the hardened steel and the fabric, it says $275.
Yeah.
Means the hardened steel is worth more, while this is worth a little bit less. So this is probably about a $250 item, while this is a $300 item. So it also gives you hints that way.
Okay.
So like down here is 2 cents. So this is probably worth way more than 2 cents. It's way up here in this list.
Okay.
But it's below 100.
Let's see.
Okay, 150 was bad. Okay, 100. You are expensive. Try that. Okay, cool. Those orbs sell for 100. 1,000 appears to be too much on that book. $400? Didn't like the bar price. And we should have enough to get the blacksmith
Oh, cool.
after this. So that'll be good. And then we can go with some other stuff. That price is known now. I think this is 100. But as we go, it'll get easier and easier to do this selling bit. This will be mostly what I'll be taking out.
I got a very unlucky spawn in GTA Online.
Good job.
First 2 seconds, somebody put a bullet in my head.
Excellent.
He did fire a warning shot, and I pulled out a gun. So I mean,
Now that guy, when he walked in, he had a little sword and helmet icon.
yeah.
They're here specifically looking for weapons.
Okay. Can you put out? You can put out stuff while shop is open, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, cool.
I'm adjusting prices as people react to things. I'm putting things up. I'm taking things away.
Cool.
These books I now know are $400 a piece. Everyone's animated so well too. Like you see how jaunty the bag walk is.
Yeah.
Bouncy their hair is and everything. Everyone's
It is
well
nice.
conditioned in this game. Excellent conditioner.
Even the bald people have beards.
Try that. We're making a big sale. Look at all these books. Boom.
How many books was that?
4 of them?
That's a lot of money at $400 a piece.
Yeah. I don't like my bar price, huh? Oh well. But you're paying it.
Now, does it benefit to sell something slightly under regular price?
Yes, if there's no demand for it, that can help. From what I understand, I'm holding on to some of this stuff. That's 400, so this is going to be like 5? Guess I can do this a little bit. I'll put that. That.
is very interesting.
Oh, 500 was too low. Bitch. Try doubling it. Oh, shop's closed. And then it gives us a nice breakdown of everything that we earned, how many we sold of each item, how much we got for them. Oh, and
That way,
how many thieves there were.
Oh, people stole shit?
Not this time. You can also look at the popularity of items, see what's going down, up. And then it's nighttime, so you can go back to the dungeon. Can I hire the blacksmith at night, or does that have to be during the day? Okay, cool. I can just buy him right away. He's here. The blacksmith is here.
Yay.
He looks surprised. Hello, sir. So, we have different types of armor. Different places they get equipped as well.
Now, did they change the way your character looks?
Yes, I think. I honestly don't remember. But then we have swords and shields. Upgrade all the way up. Now notice, top rack here is all just pure damage.
Yeah.
Bottom rack here is damage and swirly, or poison, or fire, or electricity. Same thing with every single type of weapon. So we got sword and shield, big sword, spears, gloves, which are punchers, and bows and arrows.
Cool.
But crap. Okay. We do have a wish list. By hitting X, we can add things to our wish list, which then means obviously it's going to let us know when we pick up the items for that particular build. Do want that one and those boots because they give me more speed. I want to be the fast guy with the big sword.
Usually don't come in the same time.
Nope.
Usually you're the slow guy with the big sword.
Yeah, but we're going to be a fast guy. So,
Cloud's real fast with the big sword.
True. We just got the potion cellar. We're going to go buy some potions.
I think Cloud's sword's filled with helium.
Maybe. They like to read. They do potions and enchantments. Different size potions, requiring different things, or you can just buy it with money. But we do have some of these, so we're going to do it that way. Get a few. And guess I'll buy 5. They're not cheap, but okay. So before we finish with her, to upgrade swords and other items, it costs those gem crystal-y thingies and $1,000, sometimes more. But you can upgrade every single type of weapon, as far as I know so far. So we need to go make more money, I think. Did I buy this yet? No, 4,000. Once I get 4,000, I'm definitely buying the bigger cash register.
You buy that cash.
Oh, so if you look here, these 2 items have stars next to them, meaning that I need those for a crafting project. So I want to hold on to those until I can finish crafting whatever it is I'm crafting. Oh. I realized I had this many just random items in my box. You do have to equip potions. So that kind of sucks. But not too bad. So we still haven't actually explored all of the mechanics of this game yet. There's more.
Yeah, but I'm sure you haven't gotten to those points yet.
Not quite. We're almost there.
Okay.
But we're working towards it. We just need more money. Slime. Slime. There you go. Oh, a cube. And a sphere. That's always useful. So now when you go into these dungeons, you start looking at the items going,
Yeah.
I do want that. Or, more bars. I don't need those. You need those. Oh, that man had a lot of questions. There was a sparkly, so we jump. I feel
So
more
I saw
equipped.
some breakable spots in the floor. If you fall down those, is that just instant death?
It's just a pit. It takes like 10 damage.
Okay.
Oh no.
Slime's trying to consume you.
Trying to get this boulder to hit the wall. There we go. There we are. We killed them all.
Yeah, those types of enemies can be kind of a pain sometimes.
Yeah. They're definitely interesting. I like that they're in here though, because it adds a bit of variety to it. Otherwise, it's just hack and slash. But there's others that get harder. Like there's a flame guy that you have to roll through to stun him, and then you can hit him. Otherwise, you can't hit him. That took a lot longer for me to figure out than I care to admit. Yeah, these things they just fall on you. That's it. That's all of it. You just fall, take 5 damage, and you're done.
Cool.
The worst part is just walking all the way back.
Yeah. That's one thing that I liked in Gungeon is it's like if there are no enemies on screen, you can set a setting up so you walk faster.
Oh yeah, I believe that's part of the speedrun mode.
I would assume so.
Nothing here. All the way back. Arr. These guys just try to steal items. Did I get that? Damn, I missed it. Heal pond. Yeah, this is the same note every time. Okay, I can stop reading that now. All those are all valuable items. There goes the first floor again. These things suck. Ow. Only hit these fists when they're slammed into the ground. But they take so long recharging that they're not much of a threat. That over there. That's better.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. That's what I was saving up for.
But you just found it.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh, it's a mimic. Ah! Ah! I've never seen a mimic before. Look at that. I guess I'll give it that. Sticks. Don't really need these sticks either. Cool. Wanted that egg. A moving rock. Basically, like these little side story things are always just like little story blurbs that kind of teach you stuff about the game too.
Oh, okay.
Whatever those were, they were worth a lot of money. Now they're gone. Oh, I'm out of here. I don't want to die. We're back. So, new mechanic. There's a little thingy in there. We have not working. Not working. Okay. So we can get little minions that follow us around in dungeons. They're really cool, really useful. They can pick up items, they'll deal damage, they'll do other things. I just need one more iron. I can make the gooder sword.
The gooder sword.
We'll go with this one. That slows me down. Only by 10. Not bad. Maybe we'll get the gooder sword another time. Go. I thought I favorited that gooder sword. Oh. That's right, I swapped. I can sell the iron now. Oh, I can make my bandana. I don't think I have enough for the bandana though. No, I need more money. I'm gonna need a lot of money.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Maybe I should sell some things.
Yeah, maybe.
I've managed my inventory before I open shop. Maybe that. Okay. This properly. That. That should be good. All right. And it's not just about like managing your inventory in dungeon. It's also like figuring out like what you want in your inventory to bring out to the shop.
Yeah.
1,000 was too little? Wow, okay.
They just tell you, you're selling your shit cheap.
They do. Just put on that. And put those up there. We have a lot of good stuff to sell too, so we're gonna be making some pretty good money if we get enough sales. Which we should. That's why we wouldn't. Okay, so 2,000 is too much. But 1,000 was too little. So 1,500. Everyone has the same value of these items too, which is the strangest thing.
Yeah.
Cool. I got that one right. Which means now I can just slap the rest of these in there. Obviously, you don't want to throw a stack of 5 on something you don't know what the price is, because that's just a waste of money. They buy it real cheap, then you just lost out on all the cash from those extra pieces, so you just want to set the price.
Step
Yeah.
one, and so you know the price for a stack.
Exactly. Since the prices don't change, you can just Throw shit in there. Set a price on it. Have a price yet. Those up. Think. Yeah. 300, I'd be right. We're already at 13,000 gold.
Wow. Make money quick.
Yeah. When you think about it, when stacks start selling like that, 25? Might be 25. 20 was too cheap, 30 was too high. Yep, 25. Oh yeah, and whoever picks up the item first is the one that gets to go into line first, not whoever gets up to the front first. It's really kind of funny.
Oh, damn, I fell, Kyle.
Don't fall. Do. This game is really relaxing too.
Yeah.
The music's great.
Oh, Kyle, I broke my first horse.
Why'd you break your horse?
Damn it, Kyle. Why can I not say something that's easily jokeable? And you just go with it for once.
I was
Every time.
I was going with it.
No, you weren't. Just leave the cheap jokes.
No,
Yes.
they're there for a reason.
No, I saw is a bunch of horses a herd?
Yeah.
And I saw a horse, and I wanted the horse.
God, I wish I had more display slots. Or it just doesn't cut it, Sean.
It doesn't.
Was it a better
Need
horse
more.
than Friday?
I'm not sure.
Was it a Saturday quality horse?
I don't know if it's a I don't know if there's like really a difference in quality of horse.
I think
But it
a
is
lot of it's
mostly-
also like leveling up and stuff too.
Yeah, but it is mostly black.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take it, see what I gotta do to take it and get it all set up.
Oh, now we know that these bat wings are valueless. $7,000 on Golem Designs 3. $12,800 gold. Oh wait, I need to go back in. Need to drop some stuff off. Because not everything's sold.
Yeah, I was trying to break this horse like Breath of the Wild, like sneak up on it, and then I was like, wait, I'm an idiot.
I'm a
And I
cowboy
pulled out-
pirate.
I pulled out my rope and roped it. It only took me two times to break it, so that was nice.
That is good. Okay, so we just got that. Don't have enough for that yet, and don't have enough for boots yet. Can't upgrade that, but we should be able to upgrade the sword we have first. Okay, yeah, so it does change how you look
Cool.
a little bit, not a whole lot.
I mean, you're a tiny little sprite. I didn't expect like a drastic change. I didn't expect you to put it on and look like you're in like full armor.
If you put on armor, I'm sure it does. Okay, so that's all upgraded. Now we'll do more damage.
That's always good.
I believe there's money in some of these trees. May only be during the day. Let's do it.
Does anything ever attack the village?
No.
Okay.
This is very much the dungeon's the dungeon, the rest of it's just the rest of it.
Okay.
This is so much better.
Yeah, the short sword's range helps a lot.
Yep. That and it hits like a truck now. Oh no, I want that. Cool, got it. Like that. There's that boss already.
Yeah.
So we're an hour into this game. That's it. And we're already 2 comboing the boss.
Yeah.
That was 6 hits. I didn't take a single damage. That's how quick this game can go. At least at the
But
beginning.
You're still on Dungeon 1.
Huh?
But you're still on Dungeon 1, right?
Yeah, I haven't finished the dungeon yet, but I'm already doing enough damage to get to floor 2 without like a real big struggle.
That's good.
There. Let's save this. Oh, other tip. If you have a bunch of if this was a stack of 3 instead of a stack of 1,
Yeah.
you can break that apart and the curse sticks to each individual item. You can actually uncurse a lot of items that way without having to do a whole lot of moving around, if that makes sense. Come on. Hit me, a boulder. Gotcha. We also have not seen every item in this dungeon yet.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
The dungeons don't have too terribly many item variety, but they have enough. And actually, this book categorizes them. If you look at the top: Golem, Forest, Desert, Tech. Those are the 4 dungeons. I still haven't taken a hit.
Huh.
There it is.
Horse cannot be brought into a stable.
You a criminal?
No. I'm wondering what I'm gonna do to this horse.
We don't take kindly to people doing nothing like that to their horses.
Hey. Let's see.
Second floor boss does a bit more as far as moves. He turns invisible for 1.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. Fuck. Shit. Knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, you die?
Yeah, I lost some good stuff too.
Dang.
Oh well. Back to the beginning of the dungeon. Do it again. I may not be quite ready for second floor boss without full healing items and everything yet.
Ah, okay. I guess I can't bring wild horses into the stable, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can steal people's horses, but I think I can take wild horses to those guys.
Of course, the serial number doesn't match anything in our system, sir.
Yes, it is a ridiculous fucking system, but
I think I'm done with that game, to be honest.
you think so?
Yes, because we played for what, 3 hours last night? Did 3 things, and it wasn't even like those 3 things took an hour each. It was just it took us an hour each to get to them.
It did take us an hour each to get to them.
And then having to sit here and do 4 different things to keep myself entertained while playing that game, that's a bit ridiculous.
Well,
I may
that's up
try
to
the
you.
story, because that's a different matter.
Story's a little bit. It is better than the online so far.
Well, and even if it's as slow as this is, that's all right. I'm not playing through the story to do things necessarily. I'm there for
Yeah.
the story and to do things. As much as my complaint with those games is everything takes so long to do. Okay, here it is telling you how to enchant your weapons.
Yeah, my biggest problem with this game, and it's time. That's the biggest thing. It's just fucking time. It's
It doesn't
I get
respect
it.
it.
I
Get it?
get
I'm a
it.
cowboy. Come on.
Well, it's not even like that. It's that, like, we wanted to do some bounty hunter shit. It's gonna take us 4 fucking ever to get the gold up to do the bounty hunter shit unless we pay. And I don't want to fucking do that.
No.
I get it. You want us to pay you money, but in GTA, it didn't limit us from doing anything. GTA Online did not limit us from actively trying things to make money. It made us want to buy the shark cards because of customization.
Yeah.
And this is limiting us from doing quests because we don't have enough gold. That's not right. That's not a good system.
Bad system.
But I will be right back.
Okay. Red Dead Online is a bad game. Let's go explore a little bit more before we go. Sparkly. Nothing. This. And nothing that can stack up by cursive. That there. That up. There we go. That's better. Get across. Alright, let's go fight the boss. Probably die. One healing item, but I'm at full health. Yeah, no, let's leave. Rather have the money and the items. Oh, I didn't get that summon though. Sad, I wanted that summon. Did we complete any crafting? Of course not. I know the price on that. But that move. A spear that last. Need to go buy some potions. Back to that dungeon again to do another dive. It'll be daytime after. Enough to get to. What? Another stack of fire. Stack of food. That's better. Got 15 potions. Let's go do it. Should be able to beat the second boss. I think. Second floor should be complete with this many potions. Then after one more sale day, we should. Actually, really good. After one more sale day, we should have enough to upgrade everything else. We just won't have enough items unless we find them here. Hopefully, we will. Climb, buddy. I want a minion. Really bad. I haven't found one. I haven't escaped the dungeon.
Okay, I do have one more thing to say about Red Dead before we get off that topic. I'd be more mad if I spent money to play it.
Yeah.
But since it's on Game Pass, I'm not as mad.
It's just boring.
It's not boring. That's the problem. It's not boring.
It is.
It has giant fucking boring sections to it.
Which makes it more boring than exciting.
But when you can actually do things, from what I've seen,
when you get
When
to
you-
play the game.
Basically, when you actually get to play the game. Now, this is all with the online.
Yeah.
My complaints for the actual story of it so far are minimal. There are a couple times where it's like, okay, you're going from point A to point B, but they did fill the world a lot more than original Red Dead. There's also basically an auto drive. They call it it is a game that you need to be watching something to play, because then when you're not doing something and you're just going from point A to point B, you got something to watch. So there's that. But as for the actual story and everything, I'm enjoying it. It's got some funny moments in it. It's got everything I can have asked for in a cowboy game, but it's also not great. The online needs to be it won't be, but it needs to be completely rethought.
Yeah, it needs to be.
But the problem with it is they're not going to do that. But let's move on.
Yeah. Trying to beat the second boss.
I see that.
Dying? Thank you. Two. Hate these. They fly up above you so you can't hit them, and then swoop at you, and that's when you can hit them.
From a top-down game, I don't like things that fly that you can't hit.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to tell when they're up there, so it's not like, oh, I couldn't tell. That's bad.
Okay, so it's not like it's not great at telling you whether or not it's up.
Right. It's just that you can't hit it while it's up there. It's a pain.
But one more thing. I figured out. I just thought of something.
That.
You know what's a better online than Red Dead?
Almost
Fucking
anything.
Unity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
True though.
This is very sad.
There. Go. There. Look at that. Tetris.
They should have got a hold of Tetris and like made the like open inventory theme the Tetris music.
Gotcha.
Well, you fell off, Carl.
Yeah, orbs.
Now, question: you've played Gungeon. How does the role feel compared to that?
Better.
Better.
Yeah. It's like
How so?
snappier. Like when you roll like over a gap like that, it feels right. Doesn't feel
Oh.
giddy. It locks you in a little bit better, if that makes sense.
I do have problems with Gungeon and its role mainly across things. So that's nice.
Also, you can walk into the edge where you have to roll, jump over gaps instead of just walking off.
Oh, so you don't just walk off.
Yeah, so like, watch.
Great. I like that.
If you do it too long, you will fall. But
Oh, really?
yeah, so like,
Okay.
But it helps with making across gaps. You don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah.
Once you realize it, it's just like, oh, speed chest. So see how that chest is covered in goo and it's sinking down? If we don't kill everything before it sinks all the way, we don't get the chest.
Oh.
Ta-da!
Okay, so it pops back up when you kill everything. Okay, cool. I'm assuming all these things get harder as they go.
Probably. Makes sense to me. And those knives. I don't have a value on the. Let's replace that because that's only 100. See, this sword's good enough to even kill these guys, which are from the next dungeon.
Yeah.
So we'll be set for a while, but we are still going to upgrade because.
Why not?
Exactly.
Well, I guess there could be an argument made for the fact that you can my brain's not working. You could sell the equipment to upgrade.
Yeah.
So if there's no like direct need for it, you can sell them.
Yep. If you get them. Sometimes you get stuff that you don't.
Yeah.
Position themselves so well.
No, I'll be right back. I left my phone in the bathroom.
Yeah. Hoping for the puddle soon so I can just heal up and then fight the boss. Puddle. Puddle? Puddle.
I'm back.
Yay. We're on the second boss.
Now, is there just an attack? There's nothing like you can't upgrade to get like different forms of attacks?
So you've got your base melee, what we were just doing, and then everything has an X attack, which on the greatsword is this. On
So it's based
the
on the weapon, not on the
spear,
style.
right? On the spear, it's this.
Okay.
The other thing that you get, oh, something's after me, I think.
What would be after you?
Whatever that slime thing is. I don't know. I want the chisels. Chisels are worth a lot. Good too, though. Ah! Got one of them. That's better. Not sure what that timer thing was, but it seemed bad. So we made it to the 3rd floor. So now we have another item. Our final power up, as far as mechanical items go, This one's pretty easy. So, you know how we've got the pendant that gets us out of the dungeon?
Yeah.
This one creates a portal that lets us get out of the dungeon.
What's the difference?
It costs 2,000 gold. And you can come back. So for instance, if we had 2,000 gold on us right now, I could activate it and just teleport back here next time. Directly to this spot. I don't have that much gold. And we need to make money, so we're going to go back the old-fashioned way. Because we actually got a lot of money. A lot of good items. We might be able to craft up our next armor. Why those aren't hatching yet? Chest and drop off things. Don't. Sale day. That. Want that and that. Here. That. Cool. It's gonna be a big sale day. Lots of money.
Money.
We haven't gotten any requests yet, which are interesting things. People come up to the side counter with quests that take like X number of days.
Yeah.
Basically saying, hey, I need this item. You have to get the number of items that they want in the amount of time allotted. They're pretty cool, but they just sold for 250. They didn't give me the things. Hey, that up. That. Those I think give like extra money. They're like much better money maker. If that makes sense.
The requested things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
400's much on. Oh yeah, that's way too. These, however, are worth a real pretty penny. Bars of iron.
Bars of iron.
Bars of iron.
It's like iron bars. Cool.
Hardened steel. Hard steel. Tempered. Yeah, we really need that bigger shop. I think I'll try, if I get the chance after this, I'm going to buy the bigger store. That way, off stream or on stream, but not on a main, I might do some grinding just to get some more. But I want to get into a good spot before doing that, because this is taking forever.
How much is the bigger store?
1,000. Oh, we've got enough. I think it's only 4,000. We'll find out after this shopping. Especially now that we're starting to learn the prices of certain things, it'd be good to have like a set of 4 spots that's always just, this is the price on these things. We know it. These just get thrown there. Then have another set that's just, these are the ones that we need to check and figure out before we can set the price. Running out of items to sell.
Do you usually sell everything?
Like everything I can?
Like everything you grabbed, everything you want to put out?
Like in a day, sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah.
I end up with like just a few leftover items. Sometimes there's also just items in my inventory that I don't necessarily want to sell. They're just kind of there.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking the things that you intend to sell, you usually sell in one day.
More or less. Maybe a few less than I would like, but definitely enough that it's like, okay, that was a good day of sales.
And if you set up an item stack, they can't break that apart and buy just one.
Correct. It has to be the entire stack. That's why I'm
Oh,
breaking these up while I find the prices.
Yeah.
That sold for a lot less than it should have. That needs to be fixed. We're more or less out of shit. And it's right about time too. Store's about to close. Goes. That was 1,500. 15,000. That's pretty good. But let's go get 8,000. Yep. I think means we should be able to get 2 pieces of armor. Maybe just 1. That'll be fine. We can afford the next one next time. Now we have a spot to place items that'll also impact the way people feel.
Do what?
So like this pot here,
Yeah.
it gives us 20% more tips.
Oh.
You can get other items to place in that'll like deter thieves or increase tips or
The passive ability.
yeah. Get that. I get my boots though.
Are they made for walking?
They are, because they're speed boots. Oh, and I can buy the next sword. Just because of the... Oh, we can now get the hawker. Looking for techniques. Objects. Fire people. I believe he just buys stuff. Or no, he's the one that gives you stuff to put in your store. Okay. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. We've done quite a bit. Already made it to the
Cool.
second floor of the dungeon, beat up a bunch of guys, built the second store, got our weapons and stuff equipped. I am going to do some grinding to get more money, just so that the next section is not too bad. But yeah, this has been the first set of Moonlighter.
Woo!
It's been a good time, I think. I've had a good time.
Yeah, it's definitely a chiller stream, but it's nice.
It's relaxing. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but there is at the same time.
Yeah.
Like little things pop up here and there, but we got more stuff coming down the pipe. Lots of upgrades and items and weapons and stuff. But yeah, thank you everyone who came to hang out. Thank you, the doc, for being. What do you got?
Yeah. Well, I just rebranded everything, so we got that. I am now Dr. Sean. So that will be on most. If you can't find it on that social media, try adding a 93 to it, because some social media is a pain in the ass.
Yep.
But I stream every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. Monday I stream at 4 p.m. The rest I start at 5 p.m.
I will be live tomorrow with more Resident Evil. That was the plan.
That'll be fun.
I don't remember. For more Resident Evil coming soon. More of this coming soon. Yeah. Have a good one.